Hello everyone, so today we are back with another flash review, and today we are reviewing the P. Louise blushes. Now these went super viral on TikTok. I feel like I couldn't watch a video on there without seeing these, which I'm not saying that in a way that I'm complaining because they look bomb. So we're gonna try them out today. One thing I want to point out is P. Louise has some of the best and most creative packaging I have seen. I feel like they are up there with Flower Nose. If you've seen that review, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go watch it right now, or maybe after this video, whatever you feel like. For example, this is what the box shipped in. Everything is down to the little details. This is what I pulled out of the shipping locker, was this, where I was like, this is so cute, which I think this is advertising her lip bundles that she has, which are all cocktail flavored or dessert flavored or things like that. So I thought that this was adorable. I love it. These are the blushes, and I feel like this is just so cute. I almost feel like little dolls should be inside of these. So they were having a sale where it was I think it was 3 for 18 pounds. I live in the US, so I don't really know exactly how that calculates, but it was, I think, cheaper than buying 1 or 2. So it was a really good deal, and I think she does quite a few sales like that. The downside is shipping to the US is kind of expensive. I think we're all a little spoiled with Amazon Prime, you know, always being free. Most places I shop from, it's free shipping, but I will say she makes it worth it, you know? But these are the packaging. So like I said, this is their prior packaging with the other shades, and then in the new shades she launched these. So the shades that I purchased in the new shades were Cutie Cake as well as Lolly Dolly. And then the other shade I got was Peach of My Heart. Some shades that I wanted to purchase but were not in stock were Bonbon and Legally Blonde, which were really bright pinks, but I felt like these were good alternatives for those. So let's try them on. So Lolly Dolly, first off, I feel, so some came through. I don't wanna pop out too much, but we're gonna swatch this. I did swatch this on my hand the other day and it did stain, so I'm gonna try and wipe this off as quick as possible. But I feel like if you are a fan of the Dior blush or the Too Faced Candy Clouds, I feel like this is that girl. She is super neon and pink. I really hope that's showing up. It may even be reflecting the light so much that you can't see it. And just in case, here it is compared to the Too Faced one. Hopefully you can even see. The Too Faced one is a little more lavendery, at least from what I can see in person. This one is a true neon light pink. So now onto the color Peach of My Heart. I have a lot of pink blushes, so I wanted to get at least one peach. So here we go. I feel like it's kind of hard to push through. So the other thing I like about these is these little sponge things are detachable. So if you're an artist and want these in your kit, it's a lot more sanitary, but also for yourself, these are washable. So you can take them off and wash them, which I think is cool because so much bacteria can stay in those things. Okay, I'm having a hard time getting it out. Okay, you have to really push. There we go. I feel like that's the part everyone always loves. So let's swatch that. So that is a true, I would say tangerine peach. It's much darker than just a peach, I would say. It's very coral, but I feel like it's gonna be really pretty for summer. I don't know if that's the vibe of the look that I'm wearing today, but I do feel like I will be wearing this. And as you can see, they do leave just a tiny bit of staining behind when they're wiped off. I'm sure if you used makeup remover, it'll probably come off. I haven't been wiping them off with a makeup wipe, but there's just a little bit left behind, but that could be a good thing as far as longevity, but keep that in mind. I would probably put this on top of foundation rather bare skin if you are worried about any staining. Okay, now for this cute one, Cutie Cake. I am having such a hard time. You have to squeeze pretty hard to get it out for the first bunch. So this one, Cutie Cake, I've seen a lot of people use, or not a lot of people, I saw Michaela use this underneath her eyes. So that is a really light baby pink. It's a lot lighter than Lolly Dolly. I feel like I'm gonna try Lolly Dolly on one cheek and then this Cutie Cake on one, so, and then I'll combine them and mix them, but just so we can see the difference in case. I feel like these are really popular shades and what people will be interested in. So I'm actually just gonna apply it to the back of my hand and then applying with a blush. This is a Trigwell T04. Ooh, so this is really light. Like, I feel like this one is meant for that blushy under eye rather than like a blush on its own. Like, I feel like this one is meant to be mixed, or like I said, under the eye, which we can try some under the eye. Let's see. I did already set my under eye, but let's just see what kind of brightening it does. I would say I'm probably gonna be using this more for like correcting and getting like a really bright under eye, or even blending my under eye into my blush. Yeah, so this is that on both cheeks, which I feel like it gives a very brightening effect. I feel like this one is going to be best, like I said, for under eyes. I feel like even if you're really fair, this is really, really light. All right, so now for the shade Lolly Dolly. I realized I put that on both cheeks, so I'm sorry about that. That was a mistake. But let's try it on. Woo. So I put some on there, kind of a good chunk actually. And I'm gonna use the other side of the brush because I ended up using my fingers for most of it. So this side of the brush is clean. Let's try it on. Oh yeah, this is neon. I hope you can see. I don't know if the camera is like picking it up because it's really brightening. I don't know, it's really cool and pretty though. Yeah, this is like so brightening, which I feel like there's not really a ton of blushes on the market like this. Like Rare Beauty obviously has liquid blushes, but they kind of add color to the face. These add some color, but also, like I said, they really give you that like brightened doll look. I think it's really pretty and fun. And the formula, I love how it feels. Like, I have powder on my face and it blended on top seamlessly. It blended well with my fingers. It blended well with the sponge. So I really like that. I do need to blend my bronzer though. Yeah, these are very brightening. I would say they are not for the faint of heart. I'm really excited to try this one in the summer. I'll definitely do a YouTube short with this one so you can see what it looks like. But overall, I would say as far as the neon shades go, I mean, if you are into that super bright neon blush look, definitely get these. I feel like they are the best you're gonna find as far as that kind of shade goes, and especially if you like the pink under eye. I think that Cutie Cake is 100% it. As far as like if you want something that's a little more natural looking, that looks more kind of like you're actually like blushing, I would go for like some of their other shades. I think this one is going to be a good one, like I said, for summer, that's a little more natural looking, or will be, as at least from what I think, but these are so fun. I'll definitely be wearing these in the future, and I can't wait to purchase more things from P. Louise. I do feel like since it's so light, I do feel like you kind of need another blush to blend in the bronzer to the blush. Like, as you can see, I don't know if it's picking it up, but there's kind of like a separation. So what I'm going to do for that, because in case you guys have the same issue, I just want to help you guys out. In my world, friends don't let friends have unblended makeup. So I'm just going to take this blush. It's still a bright pink, but it's a lot more neutral than the pinks we used. So I'm just going to tap that right where the blush and bronzer meet at the back of the cheek. Just right there. So we're not disrupting the apple of the color, but that way it blends into the other color a lot more seamlessly. I know a lot of people have issues with that, where they feel like their blush and bronzer just don't blend together seamlessly. So taking another blush that is a bit more neutral but still in that same color story is going to help all of that blend together and make it look less crazy, you know? But from what I can see on the viewfinder on my little screen, it looks really pretty. Like, I feel like it looks really nice. So definitely for film, this is like the pink cotton candy bubblegum pink. If you were looking for that, these are that, especially the hot pink one. But I will say I washed my hands and I do have a pink dot there now from putting the blush on. So I would recommend applying it onto a palette and then applying it to your face, or just applying it straight to your face on top of foundation, of course. Overall, I think it's really pretty and really fun. And I did want to share some of the other purchases I bought from P. Louise. The first thing I ever got from them is this base, and I actually bought this I think just like a couple months ago. Like, I always wanted to place an order, like honestly, since they were huge on YouTube, like the first time around, like when Nikki Tutorials was always talking about this base, and I just never placed an order for some reason. I think it was always just like the shipping stopped me for whatever reason. So I love this base. It really does help your shadows apply more pigmented and blend easier. Like if you ever have an eyeshadow palette where you're like, these are just not working for me, this base is magic in that way. It just helps everything blend, everything apply more pigmented, and it helps everything last longer. So I love this base. I haven't used a different eyeshadow primer since this, so I love it. I forgot to mention is the glitter on my eyes, if you were curious, is the Lemonhead LA Phantom glitters. So I always wonder when people have glitters on their eyes, and I get so mad when they don't say what it is. I'm like, come on, just tell us. We want to know. You knew we'd want to know. So this one's Phantom by Lemonhead LA. I bought a huge set of their glitters that are all like kind of like the disappearing, cool Euphoria glitters. So I love this shade so far. It's so fun. The other thing I bought from them with this order was this Love Tapes Beneath the Sheets palette. How adorable is that? It looks like a little tape. See, that's just so creative. That's so fun. I love when brands like just go out of the box and make stuff fun and creative. Like, I love that. So this one, I just needed a good classic mattes palette. It reminded me a lot of the Makeup by Mario one, which is always out of stock. And I've heard that their shadows are insanely pigmented and just beautiful. And I do definitely want to purchase more of their palettes, but I actually did need just a good matte palette that I could like travel with. It has everything I need. It has like the light shade I always like to use. It has a dark shade for liner, all of the blending browns. I just felt like it was perfect, so I bought it. So that was my review of the P. Louise blushes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helps inform you on what shades to get if you are looking at these. But I really enjoyed these. I think they're really innovative, and I think these are very unique colors that you can't get anywhere else. Like, I was going to swatch them next to the Rare Beauty ones, but they are just so different. Like, they're not even comparable. So I just really enjoy these. I definitely will be placing another order for these in probably more of like their more neutral pink shades. But yeah, that is my review. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.